sorry, ladies and gentlemen, my video got cut off for a phone call of somebody that's been blowing up my phone all day. See how that works. So when I hit on some real shit, I got interrupted. My video got cut off from my phone through a phone call. Ain't that a... Anyway, as I was saying, loyalty is royalty. You know, royalty has loyal subjects. You know, people that would not betray them. And, you know, of course, they do have people in the house that would betray them, but they have their subjects there. They will die on their sword for them, you know, die on their shield. And that's what you want on your side. So they're clearing the path of all the jesters and the common folk so that you can, you know, manifest and usher in loyal subjects, loyal royals. Now them, they have subjects, but they ain't loyal. You know, they're around for gain, profit. They're around for some bullshit. And as soon as they're bored or they can no longer profit or get what they want from these people, they will turn on them like that. Like, you know, like they was never, like they never meant shit. And really, they never did mean anything. They just, that's why I made the video. Be careful of bonds over bullshit, because that's what they bonded over. And when you bond over bullshit, there is no loyalty there, because once the bullshit is over, once it is debunked and they have no more bullshit to bunk over, they will start fighting amongst themselves. And, you know, they'll start turning on each other, betraying each other, and, you know, eventually they'll end up destroying each other. So, you know, and you get to sit back and watch all the way through, because it's like, while they sat and watched, just as hard as they sat and watched your downfall, they can't pretend like they didn't see you come up now, because it's just like, nah, you can't pretend like you weren't just out there talking shit. Keep that same energy. So keep watching, you know, keep watching me come up and keep talking your shit, you know, because you fertilizing my garden, homie. Like, you know, just yeah, so they can't sit there and be like, oh, I didn't see her success, because I'm like, you watched so closely trying to make sure, and you were right there front row center to announce my failures, and now you can't see my success. Like every last failure, you know, you're stalking it, you're lurking it, you're announcing it, you got a bullhorn and the trumpets and everything, and you're announcing my failures. But now that I'm succeeding, every win I get, you don't see that, huh? Okay, because you didn't want to. They have selective sight and selective hearing, because they're gonna hear it, but it's gonna get back to them somehow. Especially, you know, and then some of y'all, you know, people who like the spotlight, you know, you end up on the big screen, and now they cannot ignore you. You cannot be denied. I will not lose. Like you can't lose. You're winning the whole time. And that, like, they have these videos of how to hurt a narcissist and stuff like that. You've been doing it the whole time, just by being your blessed self, you know, your anointed self, just by how you move, you know, and how you do it so fluid. You just make the shit, you make it look easy. You know, you make it look like it ain't no thing. So, sorry, I had a little belch trying to come up. And they'll watch your videos and try to, you know, decipher and dissect every little thing you say, every little body movement. And that's why they care so much about eye contact. I'm like, that's, you know, for me, eye contact is not a big deal, because people could look you right in your eyes and straight up just fucking lie to you. And to me, that's a coward's move to really care about eye contact like that, because it's like, yeah, I have to keep my eyes on you, because I've either done you dirty, or I'm about to do you dirty, or I'm afraid that everybody's out to get me because of some dirty shit I done. So I gotta watch everybody. Like, I gotta make sure that I can read behind your eyes, and half the time they can't even do that, because they can't. It comes with eye contact is one thing, but feeling energy is another, and sometimes they go hand in hand. You know, like sometimes you make eye contact with somebody, and what they see in your soul, or what you see in their soul, disturbs one or the other. You know, it, like sometimes you see something in somebody's soul through eye contact, and it's just like, nah, them spirits ain't right. Like, you're trying to check that energy. They want to check your energy, and they are terrified of that energy, that abundant energy, that they know they're about to try to fuck you over, and they know they are fighting a losing battle, but they are so stupid that they go ahead with the mission anyway, you know, because they too have hope, you know, but that's all they have. They have no real ability to take you down. All they can do is sit back and watch and hate and talk their shit and try to manifest things in your life. They try to manifest negativity in your life and try to keep you in a dark place. shit, you already came from dark places, you know, like places, and your demons are stronger than their demons, and their demons won't let their demons have you, basically, you know, because they don't even know the stuff that you came from because of where they came in and on your life and how fast they move to try to tear you down before knowing shit about you. So, you know, how would they know how to tear you down? You can't break what you didn't build, period. You don't know how to destroy what the fuck you didn't build. You don't even know what building blocks it consists of. You know, you don't even know what Legos were used. And so it's like, you know, have several seats with that shit, man. And if you somebody watching this video looking to tear folks down, man, yeah, stop your life, man. Like, stop your life as it is, or either stop your life altogether. You know, remove yourself from the census or change your shit, man, because it's not the way to go. You're fighting a losing battle, period. Yeah, you might get some people to commit suicide, but guess what? That karma comes back. One thing about them tables is they're always turning. So when it comes your turn, you're not going to be able to handle it like they handled it. You're not going to be able to keep your head up. You're not going to be able to make the eye contact that you so desperately held on to, you know, to try to make them look like a shady person because they wouldn't look somebody in the eyes, you know, because your motherfucking spirit wasn't right. That's why we didn't look you in your eyes. We don't want to catch that STD you got, that spiritually transmitted demon, you know. And sometimes it's sexually transmitted demons. You got to watch how you sleep with these people, man. You know, like some of these dudes, you know, you got to watch how you fuck them because they turn into crazy bitches too. So you get demons and spiritually transmitted diseases just from eye contact. You ain't got to sleep with a person. You know, you got to be careful how you move around these people. You got to be careful about trusting them and how deep into how much you let them intertwine themselves in your life. You really got to watch them. You know, asking all kinds of questions, but they don't ever tell you shit about themselves, though. They don't ever tell you shit about themselves. You know, and that's so they can use it against you, and they don't want it done to them. Those are the type of people. I could do it to you, but you can't do it to me. You know, otherwise it's a fucking crime, and I'm gonna make a big deal about it and cry to everybody about it and try to wreck your life, you know. And they love doing shit behind your back, and that's the main thing, is you can't be concerned about a motherfucker that can't be man or woman enough to confront you on what their problem is with you. And that's where a lot of us get twisted up and fucked up and waste a lot of time, because, you know, we'll go looking for a motherfucker. I'm not going out of my way for a motherfucker who can't come to my face and interact with me until, you know, when they have a damn problem. You know, that's some child shit. You know, that's some high school shit. I graduated high school in 2004, sweetie. Let me take off. So you can leave that shit. And these people are emotionally stunted too. That's another thing. So they don't even know how to exist among adults. So they keep that high school bullshit going amongst adults as long as they can, until somebody on a grown man, grown woman shit like, hey man, like, I got kids to feed and you over here talking to me about a motherfucker who ain't providing nothing for me, and you ain't offering nothing either. So what in the fuck? Why are you here? Why are you really here? Like, are you in love with the person or what? You know, it takes a real one to say that. And you know, that's part of your soul tribe, but that's part of your soul tribe from afar, though, you know, unless they want to, you know, unless they decide to come around and you guys are meant to come together, you know, those are the real ones, you know, those are the distant real ones that are in your life, you know, because they'll be all at your job trying to stop your bag. They'll be all where you make and spend money, trying to fuck up where you make and spend money, because they know you're less likely to do something to them physically. Because usually these people are punks, they can't fight. So they'll sit around and talk shit all day and try to they want you to destroy them, right? On a physical sense, because that'll have you stuck in a physical sense, because that'll have your ass in jail. You know, they want you in prison, you know, because, you know, a lot of talent, a lot of hope streams, ideas, they die in prison and they die in the cemetery, you know. And when you're in prison, that's all you're surrounded by is people who want attention, people who want to take you down. So, you know, a bunch of narcissists, really, you know, because they hurt people and don't think of a lot of them in there. They hurt people and cause a lot of chaos in people's lives and don't think about the consequences of it and how that other person felt. So these people are like, you know, jail would actually be a perfect place for them, since they, you know, they want attention so bad they can have all the attention they want in jail. Why not? Like, why not send these people to jail, you know, for doing this stuff? Because all they do is defame, slander, you know, commit libel against you, you know, try to really fuck up your life by talking shit and try to get you to step out of character so they could be like, oh, you see, I was telling you the whole time. Now, what people aren't seeing, right, behind closed doors is what they're doing. They aren't seeing, like, they go from one place to the next, but, you know, people are like, oh, why don't you just confront them or whatever? Or, you know, why is this motherfucker here every day? Or why is she, you know, and when you do act out, they're not seeing that, you know, this person was just where you go to school talking shit and talking loud and spreading rumors and having people looking at you crazy. That's if you care about what people think and how they look at you, how they view you. Or they don't see, try to put this on something stable, they don't see that they were just at your job talking hella shit, or they don't see that they were just outside the window of your house, right, or outside your front door, or some, you know, some fuck boy in your house, you know, if you have some fuck boy living with you or some shit, or fuck girl, and one of them dumb motherfuckers let them in your house, you know, because sometimes it be the people living in your same house that'll let these motherfuckers right in the front door. You know, they don't see that the motherfucker was in your house, they were outside your window yelling to all the neighbors, you know, trying to make you look like a shitty person, and the whole time they're making a spectacle of themselves, and people are seeing what they're doing to provoke you. You know, they don't even yell for you to really come outside. They just, you know, try to yell things to make you come outside. They're very indirect people, very passive aggressive, you know, and they don't see that, you know, they were just at the same party as you, trying to slander your name and trying to humiliate you. And then when you finally pop off on the people that, you know, they don't look like such a bad person, because all they saw was that they were at that one place where they were at the same time. They don't see that these people follow you around, they gang stalk you, they try to get everybody around you to try to team up on you and stuff like that, and cause failures and towers in your life. So that's another thing that these people don't see, and they judge you on that moment when you pop off. You know, even complete strangers, like, you know, they might follow you around a department store like a Walmart or a Target or something, you know, talking shit to random people and yelling out random shit. This is my experience, and expecting you to pop off, you know. It's funny to me, because I'm like, you waste your life, and that's what they don't realize the whole time. It's like trying to get your attention, trying to get you to pop off and act a fool and destroy your life. They're destroying their own, because now their face has been seen everywhere you are, right? And all these places, and people catch on to what you're trying to do if you just stay on your path, stay in your lane, and focus on your shit and just ignore these bitches. And now they looking crazy than a motherfucker, and they need to, you know, people like, this person needs to be in a psych ward. Once they figure out, you know, the good thing you can do is get somebody to ride with you for, you know, for some time, and see how much they fuck with you then. And if they're still running around yelling shit, that person's gonna notice. You know, they're gonna, you know, and make friends and make, you know, try to intertwine everybody, every place you frequent, like where you spend and make your money, every place you go to, and have somebody with you if you can, or if there's something you want to do. Try to intertwine all your stuff sometimes, or have, you know, somebody who's really paying attention, you know, until that one person that you know you can't confide in, if anybody, and have these people running back and forth, and try to go to places that people know each other from that other place, and you will see their shit start to fall apart, and people start to figure the shit out. You know, you gotta run them ragged, you know, and stay on your path, because all you need to do is work on you and ignore these people, because they are jesters, they are simply entertainment, and laugh at them. Laugh at the stupidity and the ignorance and the foolishness that they are doing to their lives. And like, they're gonna have no choice but to stay away from you. They're gonna have no choice but to move and leave town, or end up in jail fucking with you, because they're ruining their reputation like they tried to ruin yours. So that's karma full circle. Like I said, those tables are always turning. So now their reputation is ruined because they show their face and trying to fuck you over all over where you go. And especially if you're a person that likes to get out and just get around and just see stuff, and you're an outdoorsy person, you like to go to stores, even if it's window shopping, you know, go to all these places and just, you know, and just enjoy yourself. You know, you just do you and enjoy your life, and you're a whole vibe by yourself. These people will follow you. and they will show their faces, and they will ruin their own reputation in the process of trying to ruin yours and trying to break you. So that's how you do that. That's one way you can do that, but just be aware of what they're doing. And everybody has their own way of breaking these people down or surviving this, but just don't give up, because there's a lot of people, really good people, who, you know, said something that went against the grain or whatever, and they got gang stalked and they committed suicide. And it's really sad, because they just gave up, you know, because they were made to believe they were shitty people. The people around them were made to believe that they were shitty people. They didn't even realize that these people were really just doing them a massive favor by getting rid of people who were never really for them, who were not ride or dies, who were not loyal royals. You know, they were not royalty. And that's, you know, you can only guess at this point that this shit happens to royal people. You get gang stalked, and, you know, this is how you meet your soul tribe. The people who are going to be like, hey man, like, this doesn't even sound right. Like, the fact that you're even here doing this as a, you know, like, if it's a woman and a man is doing this, it doesn't even sound right as a fucking man that you're out here doing this to a female. Why aren't you confronting her? Why is this person always talking about it but never confronting her? Why is he always screaming shit out but never confronting her? You know, like, anybody with half a bit of intelligence is gonna wonder, or somebody who's an adult, because fun fact, the female brain isn't finished developing until the age of 25, and the male brain isn't done developing until the age of 29. So while physical maturity happens sooner, mental maturity doesn't happen until much later. So that's a fun fact for you. And sometimes you gotta chalk it up to that their brains just aren't fully developed. And that's, you know, granted, that's just going off age. That's not going off of maybe past traumas or being stunted emotional, mentally, or so on and so forth, or having, like, I don't know, having messed up wiring in their brain, or being wired differently. Let's not say messed up, because everybody is as they're supposed to be. But yeah, this is how you find your soul tribe, man. This is how you clear the weeds out of your freaking garden. And people don't realize that. Let these people be your hoes, man. These are your hoes. They dig up the weeds, man. So you gotta let these people be your fucking hoes, man, and let them dig out these weeds in your garden, because they're killing your crops and you don't even realize it, you know, and they might not even realize that they're weeds. So dig them out, man. Let these hoes dig out the weeds, man. It's all good. You know, they're trying to disrupt your seed, but they're digging out your weeds. So, you know, let them run rapid, man. Let them work for you, man. Shit, it's free labor. What are you doing? You're committing suicide. You're contemplating suicide over losing people who would entertain people like this. You know, that's not a loss. Not everybody you lose, and not everything you lose is a loss. But I'm gonna cut it short there, man, because I could really go in on this one. I got some other things I'm trying to put together so there's more organized and not all over the place, and not, you know, because I just do everything off the top of the dome. Yeah, with that, I'll leave you. Drink your water, eat your roots, heal properly, take your time. Don't let anyone dictate your worth. You tell the world what you're worth. And most importantly, life is too short to mind other people's business, so it's best that you mind your own. Peace.